the fact that Ohtani got 48, now he's 48. Like now we're getting excited. Now I'm excited because 2 to me is different than 3. I think 3 is like 2 is like okay, you could do that in one game right now. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that math. 2 is definitely less than 3. So
yes, it is by 1.
And I'm in love with this good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life.
Boom, coming in hot, Chichi on the countdown.
dude, you just boomed right when Stu jumped off my thing. That was like timing. Hey,
That scare Stu.
thank you, Riverside.
Yes.
We like Riverside, right? Go ahead.
This new platform we're on, Riverside. It's not new, but we're getting there, bro. We're nailing it. This is legit.
This is legit. Listen, I'm happy
That
about
clip
it.
you made yesterday, dude, was like the best one we've had. Like at least audio, video, how it looked, everything, dude, was incredible.
Yeah, for everybody to take you behind the curtain, Sean's been a little bumped. Like, our video has not been great. No offense, Zoom. You were great during the pandemic, but we got to grow up a little bit. We got to grow up a little bit.
We gotta move the needle. Time to move the needle.
Speaking of moving the needle, let's play the hits, dude. We got to start with the races every day. And I've got to start with the NL wildcard race because the San Diego Padres, L. The Arizona Diamondbacks, L. The Atlanta Braves, L. And your New York Mets won again. I feel like Mad Dog Russo right now. Holy Stromboli.
What's happening in the Chichimino house now? Jess is coming home. She's like, let's go, Mets. She's fired up. They're paying the paychecks there. You gotta be kidding me, dude. That's incredible, dude.
As I wear the fitted Yankee shirt that you got.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, it's a happy household right now. Just all right. Let's go Mets. Let's go talk NL wildcard real quick. Start there. Gotta start.
You know what, dude? The Mets have not let up, man. They just keep coming, and I think the biggest thing now is like the Braves have been taking some shots, dude. They're lost 3 in a row. The Braves have lost 3 in a row at the worst time of the year. You could lose 3 in a row. They're 2 back now. I mean, that's incredible. And the Diamondbacks and the Mets are tied now, so they've picked up ground on the Diamondbacks who have lost 2 in a row. And then San Diego's, they're obviously they lost last night, but they've been playing pretty decent. But I mean, dude, would you have thought a few weeks ago that the Mets would be sitting where they're sitting right now? Kudos to Carlos Mendoza. Kudos to that rotation. Pete Alonso, we talked about Lindor, being out and who was going to have to step up. We said Alonso. What did he do last night? Bam, he goes out, goes 3 for 4, goes deep. They came out the gates and they came out banging, in a hurry last night. So it's just exciting, man. It's exciting. And obviously a friend of the program, Carlos Mendoza, we love him, dude. We love what he's doing. And, the Mets did what they had to do. Like I said, Iglesias, another 3 hits. Alonso with 3 hits, drove in 5 runs. That's what they need. If Lindor is going to miss any time, Alonso has to be a star these next 2 weeks. These next, not even 2 weeks. It's less than that now. These next couple weeks, Alonso's got to be a star.
Totally agree. I'll give one more shout out. Something going on with that coaching staff and the way the pitchers, Sevy, you've seen him, has all the stuff. Some of the best stuff in baseball. Had not figured it out for the last couple of years with the Yankees. Bam, locked in. Let's not even talk about Manaea. Bam, locked in. They're pitching.
Peterson's been legit. McGill last night went 6 innings, 2 hits.
To my point, yes, that's one thing. And hey, we talked about manager of the year in the American League yesterday. Hey, man, Carlos Mendoza might be the manager of the year. To me, he is the manager of the year, dealing with the adversity of that first month of the season. And remember, a dude threw his glove into the stands and got like DFA'd or however you call it the same day. Yeah. And the Mets were in trouble. It was ugly. And then all of a sudden they got Grimace. They got McDonald's coming. They got
Iglesias. They got a guy singing out there.
They got a guy singing.
Well, dude, I agree, man. Carlos Mendoza done a great job. And if you watch the Mets play, he's made some he's made some moves or hasn't made some moves that have made a big difference. So I love what he's doing. You know, I guess another friend of the show. We got some friends of the show here. Pat Murphy too. You got to look at the Brewers and see what Murph's done. 87 and 64. They've pretty much been wire to wire in first place there in the Central. Who'd have thought that was going to happen? That the Brewers losing Corbin Burns, losing Devin Williams for most of the year, you know, losing Christian Yelich for a lot of the year too, that they'd be where they're at. I mean, you have to give Pat Murphy and that whole staff a lot of credit for where the Brewers are at too. So.
Yeah, great point. I forgot to mention Brewers to clinch the NL Central magic number 1. They can be the NL Central champs tonight.
Let's go,
John.
That's good.
Pretty good.
That's
All
great,
right.
man. Friends of the show, the Brewers.
Yeah, anybody who's a friend of the show, we root for, obviously.
Exactly.
Let's go to the AL wild card. Look, the Orioles are in a downward spiral, which is really weird. Even though, look, they're fine, but they're 3-7 in their last.
They have not been great over the last 80 games, dude. They're way under 500. So I'm saying, like, are they fine? I'm not sure. I'm
Well,
not sure.
yeah, good question. Royals 5-5 in their last 10. Twins got a much-needed win, but they're 4-6 in their last 10. And here we go, Sean. Your Detroit Tigers, Sean Casey's Detroit Tigers have won 8 out of 10. There's a bigger number in there too. They're a game and a half back.
Game and a half back, dude. The Tigers are coming. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Yeah, won 3 in a row. I mean, they look good too. They look like they're coming. They're getting big hits late. They're finding ways to stay in the game. Their bullpen's been great. Their starters have been great. And that young lineup's been great too. But I mean, it's fun, man. Game and a half back, putting pressure on the Twins. Big series where they're playing the Royals right now. The Twins are playing the Guardians still. You know, it's just this is what you want, man. This is what you want. When you look at the schedule in April, you look in September, you go, those games are probably going to matter. Which games are going to matter? You could probably look at this, you know, and if you're in it, you see those teams and you go, oh, those games are going to matter. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at in the season. We're like, wow, we're basically in playoff baseball. I found myself, I don't know about you, but I found myself last night like really locking into like the scores and getting into the numbers and checking out everything. I was just, you know, locked in. So it's a great time for us fans. It's a great time for baseball, all the players, staffs, everybody. This is, you know, just a ton of fun.
It is. I love watching. One of my favorite things is watching, like the Mets are playing, but then they throw up the score that the D-backs just lost the lead. So the crowd starts cheering and everybody's like, what's going on? And all the players look up at the scoreboard and see that like, oh, wow, we can pick up another game now. Did you do that when you were playing? Were you sitting there at first base? And were you looking up at this time of year going, wow, what's the score? It's 4-2. And
all the time, dude. It's fun.
It is.
And then you also know what you need to do too. Like, especially if you're on the West Coast, like the Yankees playing the Mariners last night. I mean, they came out and first off punched the Mariners right in the teeth, basically. Yeah. But you know, when you're looking up there, you say, "Oh, the Orioles lost. Okay, great, another chance for us to pick up again another game." So, like, you're definitely watching scoreboard watching right now. How about the Yankees though, Chinch? How about Soto hit his 200th home run last night? I still remember being on MLB Central with D-Row one day. It seems like yesterday. Soto hit his 100th homer, and D-Row turns to me. D-Row had 100 career homers, exactly. He turns to me. He's like, "Welcome to the club, Juan." Juan was like 21. Juan was like 21 years old.
That's so good. Still good.
I was thinking, no, man, welcome. It was so funny. But now he's at 200, which is incredible. But man, just up and down that lineup again. I mean, talk about. I feel like the Yankees are exactly where they need to be as far as like. Wells is swinging the bat well. You know, another big hit last night, drove in 3 runs. Judgy had a couple more hits, drove in a bunch of runs. Like, that lineup is starting to really take shape right when you want it to. You know, and I like I said, I'm glad kind of Judgy and Soto struggled a little bit in the last couple weeks because they're starting to get hot again. Mm-hmm. And that is what you want if you're Aaron Boone. You look at your lineup, you know, this is exactly where we want to be coming in at the end of September. Another
guy who, like, hit his like lull and depression for a little while, but is now trending back up again is Luis Gil, dude. He is, I think, the only pitcher in the game, or he's the number 1 pitcher as far as minimum 5 innings pitched and 10 strikeouts in a game, like all over baseball. And his last few outings, he is back. You know, we were talking, wow, could he win a Cy Young? but then he took a big dip. Now he's back up, and they're figuring out their bullpen, and forget about that lineup. And Austin Wells is like I would call him mini MVP. Like Scherzer's the MVP of the team, but Austin Wells is the mini MVP of that team. He continues to get those huge hits and drives in so many big runs, dude.
Oh, dude, Wellesley's been great, man. Wellesley has, driving in big runs. That's what they need too. They're sitting him there in the 4 or 5 hole after Judge and Soto. Man, that's huge what he's been doing. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to see. Hopefully, he wins Rookie of the Year. Hopefully, he comes down the stretch, finishes a year hot, and gets that Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Joel Sherman made a great point yesterday. I think he was on Central. I think he wrote this in an article. The Yankees pretty much have locked in that they will have 2 players in their lineup who will be in the top 5 of MVP voting, and they have 2 players who might be in the top 5 of Rookie of the Year voting in Heel and Austin Wells. That's a pretty impressive thing for a team that, if you were looking at this media in New York here, it's like they were in last place like 70 times this year. And meanwhile, they could be the first team to clinch.
I think they're the best team in baseball, dude. I really
agree.
do. Top to bottom, I think they're the deepest they've been. They're healthy, getting Schmidt and Nestor, getting Schmidt and Heel back. And you're even talking about Nestor or Stroman going to the pen. The fact that you have that option shows how deep you are. You know what I mean? Jazz Chisholm's healthy, Stanton's back, Wells is swinging it. I mean, these guys, they're pretty much absolute loaded. But dude, speaking of swinging it, I want to throw this out there. How about Shohei? 48 now, dude. Went deep last night.
Wow. Here we go. You asked me the question. You go, Kenny. You said it was going to be very hard for him to hit 3 more home runs in that stretch. Well, now it's not as hard to hit 2 more home runs.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, people think home runs just happen. They don't.
Right.
I mean, I know you're like, oh yeah, he did 2 more homers, 3 more homers. Like, yeah, you could really actually look at Aaron Judge. Just went on a 16-game home run drought. Like, he's the greatest. There's not a better home run hitter in the world, in the whole world. He just went 16 games without hitting 1. So it happens with home runs. But the fact that Ohtani got 48, now he's 48. Like, now we're getting excited. Now I'm excited because 2 to me is different than 3. I think 3 is like 2 is like, okay, you could do that in 1 game right now.
Yeah, I agree with that math. 2 is definitely less than 3. So
yes, it is by 1.
Yeah, we are so close, though. He's going to do it. He's got to do it for the sake of America. And
if he does it, he's 100% MVP if he does it, Chinch?
I think at this point now, Lindor getting banged up, he's got to be. I think he already was. I think people were hedging that way.
Yeah.
And I think Lindor missing these last few games, it's a lock. I think he's locked right now. Now, I take that back. What if Lindor hits a.
No, he's locked. He's like, if you get 50-50, it's a lock, dude. 50-50, it's a lock. Who's going to win? But let's get back to it really quick. NL Rookie of the Year. Who's going to win it, dude?
Oh, that's a good
Skeens
question.
has been so dominant.
That's a great question.
I think did he pitch yesterday?
I'm going to pull him up.
He did.
Our boy Lauren Anderson posed that question the other day, a couple days after us.
Skeens? No, he didn't pitch yesterday. He pitched the day before.
All right, hold on. I'm going to pull up Skeens, and of course I'm going to pull up.
Jackson.
So hard. You type in Jackson.
Merrill. It's a 2-horse race.
I know. You type in Jackson, and like 9 baseball players show up, and they're all really awesome. Hold on. Okay, so I got stats here. I'll give you Skeens' numbers. Okay. He's 10-3 with a 2.07 ERA.
Yeah, and he has a decent amount of innings. Like, that's the thing is, like, I think he's got 100. He's got 126 innings. Mm-hmm. 158 punchies. He's 10-3 with a 2.07. He's started 21 games, so it's like it's a decent amount of games.
He also started the All-Star game. Another All-Star.
Exactly.
All right, here's these numbers. As a rookie baseball player, 288 batting average with 24 home runs, 86 RBIs, and 16 stolen bases, 27 doubles for Jackson Merrill.
And he's been a huge part, though, like big home runs, like 5 homers. I think he tied the game or put him ahead late. He carried that team for like 6 weeks. I really feel like he did,
Yeah, I mean, He could get some top 5 MVP votes. I mean, he's not in the MVP.
But just how dominant Skeens has been, though. Like, I really do. I must have, a couple weeks ago, I was saying Jackson Merrill. Then you watch Skeens, you're like, God, he's still dominating people.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the bookmakers here. Vegas.
I think I'm leaning towards Skeens now, bro.
Okay, let me see. Let me look at the odds from Vegas.
Yeah.
2024 Rookie of the Year odds. NL Rookie of the Year. See, the books have Jackson Merrill pretty much winning it. I have all of the books open right now, and then Skeens is like close, but not. So Vegas thinks Jackson Merrill will win it, but I don't know, man. I think there's a little more heart with a rookie pitcher doing the things that he's doing with when you're voting, like subconsciously. I mean, like, and just I don't know. It's a tough. I don't think I wouldn't feel bad for whoever wins. One's going to finish 1 and one's going to finish 2, and they're going to be battling for the next 15 years in Major League Baseball.
Oh, exactly, dude. No, it's going to be it's awesome for the game. The fact that Skeens is having the year he's having, and we have another guy that we're talking about. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and by the way, if these two guys weren't rookies this year, Jackson Churio would be the Rookie of the Year.
Exactly.
We can't sleep on how amazing. We got great rookies in that National League race.
And how many times do you have rookies you're like, I guess you got to pick one? Now, this one we're like, wow, 3 absolute stars, in the game. That means
no. Usually it's just one guy you just give it to. Remember Bob Hamlin, the Hammer, Bob Hamlin for the Royals?
You just give it to him. Yeah, the Hammer.
It's like 1 year. It's like, oh, that guy had 20 homers. Give it to him. Anyway,
dude, I want to talk about there was a crime last night from 2 Pittsburghers. I want to bring up really quick.
Okay.
2 fellow Pittsburghers, one from Mount Lebanon, one from Bethel Park, rival towns. No one knows they went toe-to-toe last night at Wrigley Field. Ian Happ versus Mason Miller. And Ian Happ hit the hardest since they've been tracking it in 2008. Hit the 103.2 mile per hour pitch for a home run, the fastest pitch in the last 16 years. Went deep off Mason Miller. Pittsburgher against Pittsburgher.
Wow.
South Hills against South Hills. They're rival high schools, dude.
Wow.
Mount Lebanon and Bethel Park, rival high schools.
That's Yinzer on Yinzer crime,
Yinzer on Yinzer crime, bro. Yinzer on Yinzer crime.
I saw that home run.
Happer end up getting them. Bam.
Another friend of the show. It looks like if you come on the mayor's office,
you're going to dominate.
You're going to dominate. Let's go, everybody. Very good for him.
And dude, one other thing I wanted to run at you, Chinchy. Would you have thought Bobby Witt made history last night as the first shortstop with 2 30-30 seasons? A-Rod, Nomar.
Right? How about that?
All those guys, Jeter. I guess Jeter. I don't know if Jeter ever hit.
Jeter wasn't a 30 guy as much, but no, you're right. Oh my God, yeah, those shortstops. If you think about it,
think of it. Cal,
Michael Young, Nomar, A-Rod, Tejada. That's a big one. The other big one for the Yankees, I didn't realize. You think they've had Giambi and A-Rod and all those guys. This is the first season since one of Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris' seasons where 2 Yankees have hit 40 home runs in the same lineup.
Wow.
I could have swore.
Yeah.
I could have swore that Chef and A-Rod did it. No. I could have swore that either Chef, A-Rod, and or Giambi did it. No. It never. And Matsui, they had some of those, like, back in the day lineups with some of those guys. Yeah. They didn't do it. So pretty impressive stuff.
Wow. Yeah, that's so hats off to Bobby Witt Jr. too, man. So.
There you go, man.
Dude, a lot of great stuff, brother. A lot of great stuff, man. Great stuff.
This is the easy time of the year because it's very easy to talk about some really fun stuff. So you're gonna
when we get the trouble's gonna be in November when we're like, what do you want to talk about, bro?
Exactly. Talking about Bill's Mafia and stuff like that. All right, bro. Let's get after it today. Everybody, make sure your phones are charged so you can flip through and look at all the scores tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, dude. All right, man. Well, Chinchy, have a great rest of the day, brother. Everyone out there, thanks for listening. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow. See you, buddy.